Dad, Mom, I'm making this tape to let you know that I'm still okay and to explain a few things, I hope. First, about the good faith gesture. There was some misunderstanding about that, and you should just do what you can. I mean, they understand that you want to meet their demands, and that and they had every intention that you should be able to meet their demands. They weren't trying to present an unreasonable request. It was never intended that you feed the whole state. So whatever you come up with basically is okay, and just do it as fast as you can, and everything will be fine. But the SLA is really mad about the certain attempts to make receiving the food be, receiving goods that have been, gotten by extortion, and they don't want people to be harassed by the police or by anybody else. And I hope you can do something about that, and if you can't, well, they'll do something about it. So, but you shouldn't worry about that too much. Also, I would like to emphasize that I am alive, and that I am well, and that in spite of what certain tape experts seem to think, I'm fine. And it's really depressing, though, to hear people talk about me like I'm dead. And, I can't explain what that's like. What it does also is that it begins to convince other people that maybe I am dead. And when everybody is convinced that I am dead, well, then it gives the FBI an excuse to come in here and try to pull me out. And I'm sure that Mr. Bates understands that if the FBI has to come in and get me out by force, that they won't have time to decide who not to kill. They'll just have to kill everyone. And, I don't particularly want to die that way. And so I hope he will realize that everything is okay, and that, just to back off for a while. There'll be plenty of time for investigating later. I am basically an example and a symbolic warning, not only to you, but to everyone, that that there are people that aren't going to accept your support of other governments, and that basically suppress and murder other people. And this is a warning to everybody. And it's also to show what can be done when it's necessary, that people can be fed. And to show that it's too bad that it has to happen this way, to make people see that that there are people who need food. But maybe something can be done about that, so that things like this won't have to happen again. And the SLA is also very annoyed about attempts by the press and by authorities to turn this into a racial issue. It's not. This is a political issue, and this is a political action that they've taken. And anyone who really reads the stated objectives of the SLA can see very clearly that this is not a racial thing. And I hope there won't be any more confusion about that. Turn over my notes here, so... I'm being held as a prisoner of war and not as anything else. I mean, and I'm being treated in accordance with international codes of war. And so, I mean, Dad, you shouldn't listen or believe what anybody else says about the way I'm being treated. This is the way that I am being treated. And I'm not left alone, and I'm not just shoved off. So, I mean, I am fine. And, you know, I am not being starved, and I am not being beaten. Really. Also, since I am an example, and it's really important that everybody understand that, you know, I am an example and a warning. And because of this, it's very important to the SLA that I return safely. And so people should stop acting like I'm dead, and Mom should get out of her black dress. That doesn't help at all. And I mean, I wish you'd try to understand the position that I'm in. I mean, I'm right in the middle, and I have to depend on what all kinds of other people are going to do. And it's really hard for me to hear about reports, you know, and I mean, I hope you'll understand and try to do something. I know that a lot of people have written and are really concerned about me and my safety and about what you're going through. And, you know, I want them all to know that I'm okay and to understand that I'll be okay as long as the SLA demands are met and as long as the 2 prisoners in San Quentin are okay. And as long as the FBI doesn't come in here, I mean, that is my biggest worry. Because I think I can get out of here alive as long as they don't come busting in. And I really think you should understand that the SLA does have an interest in my returning. And try not to worry so much. And just do what you can, and I mean, I know you're doing everything. Just take care of Steve, and just hurry. Bye.
On Wednesday, Solzhenitsyn was exiled to West Germany.
This is General Field Marshal Sin speaking. We wish to clarify what your daughter has said about our request for a good faith gesture on your part. The people are awaiting your gesture. You may rest assured that we are quite able to assess the extent of your sincerity in this matter, and we will accept a sincere effort on your part. We are quite able and aware of the extent of your capabilities, as we are also aware of the needs of the people. Death of the fascist insect that preys upon the life of the people.